So let's jump to the use cases. And here is where we are going to see, I'm just going to open a big complex use case. We have here exploring opportunities and potential targets with Perplexity AI. And Perplexity AI is really good for that if your audience is in, for example, Reddit or online forums. Remember that the strength of this tool is that it's going to ask directly and try internet sources. It's not, outdated data from 2021 like ChatGPT, and that's the good thing about this. So, for example, we asked this tool to understand what are specific challenges or opportunities that generative AI can solve for B2B businesses. So he's going to understand the question, and look, I tell him specifically to include Reddit as the main source. So the tool is going directly to Reddit, 28 results, and then another 30 results, and then he summarized the research, and then he's going to tell me, okay, you can use it for content generation because of this, and here is the source, the Reddit post that everyone is discussing about it. Here you have LinkedIn automated lead generation, and here is the post, email responses, and so on. So, before having this tool, I had my research team going through the Reddit posts, creating an Excel, understanding what's going on, classifying all the information in the different jobs to be done. And then all of a sudden, I just have to add this question. So potentially, we have measured something in between 20 to 30 hours of research that we're saving just with this specific use case, right? Yeah, that's a great question. So Tyler is asking, will Reddit API changes mess this up as a prompting strategy? That question popped just yesterday night in my mind because I was reading, for the ones Reddit just made pay to the users using the API. But right now, most of the users are closing because the Reddit managers are kind of people just like you and me. So you can manage one entire thread, and there are threads of more than 3 million people or forums that are closed just as a protest against Reddit charging for the API. So that's a great question, Tyler. So I don't have an answer for that. Let's see what is going to happen. But yeah, looking forward to see what happened to this Reddit mess, and how Perplexity is going to react to that. If they are going to pay or not, and if they have to pay, guess what? We will have to pay for that also in Perplexity AI. Now, the big one, and with this, we're going to move to the exercise for you, and the practice is you can understand the challenge by audiences, and here you have it in the prompt guide, but I wanted to show you specifically one big prompt that I've been using, because the idea after this prompt, and this is with ChatGPT, is that it's not going just to tell you potential segments and applications to target, but also I've asked him to prioritize them, to score them according to our scoring system. The scoring system that we use, you have it in the complementary workbook in the first chapter. And all of these are the scoring criteria. So what I did is ask GPT to score. And this case is exactly the real estate market case. So you can try by your own. Point is that here I'm providing information. Let me make it bigger. But it's the same prompt that you have in the prompt guide. Imagine you are an innovation consultant in B2B. Why innovation in this case and not go-to-market or product marketer? Because this is very related with innovation in the sense of understanding pain points, jobs to be done, hesitations to buy, value proposition design, all this strategized thing, Tony, with jobs to be done. So my take when I talk with ChatGPT, I found that he understands better, the AI understands better when I tell ChatGPT to be an innovation consultant rather than a product marketer consultant or a marketing consultant, right? Because this is a lot about client understanding, pain point understanding, and problem understanding. So you describe what's your client, what's your category, and so on. And we are asking point by point. Now, your client is asking to understand what opportunity to target within industry market, residential real estate. He wants you to consider all types of processes and residential buildings, very clear statement of the work. 1, 2, 3 points. So the more specific you are with ChatGPT, the better the outcome. Everything that you don't tell ChatGPT or any other AI model, large language model, they are going to guess. So they are going to fill in the blanks. And most probably the way they fill in the blanks are not the way that works for you. So the more detailed and specific, the better the outcome and the result. So I'm asking, provide a list of potential segments to target with this technology. Define a segment as. So I'm specifically telling him how to define a segment. Secondly, provide a list of potential applications. And then I'm specifically telling how to define about an application. So I'm telling, it's the same as job to be done. Think about different processes within the segments in step 1, and then find within those segments problems to solve. And then the 3 is I want you to score them, but wait until you don't give me 1 and 2, don't score them. So I'm asking specifically for query. Then he goes, yeah, I understand that. And here are all the potential segments and applications he came up with. Luxury real estate developers, which I really love, residential property management companies, and then he's explaining why, the reasoning behind the scenes, behind why these different segments to target. Those are just segments, but then ChatGPT is going to tell me, okay, potential application. You can use it for pre-construction visualization, for virtual property tours, for virtual staging, for virtual training, for investment analysis, and community engagement. And then he goes, I'll wait for you for your scoring criteria to proceed on step 3. Now, this is I wanted to share it with you because that way you realize what are the potential possibilities of ChatGPT, right? Because I am providing him exactly these criteria that you have in your workbook. So it's the calibration on how to score the different scoring criteria. So you score a 5 when this is happening, you score a 3 when this is happening, you score a 0 when this is happening, right? Sorry, Daniela, if I go through your question, we won't have time to get it done today, but please say your question, drop it in the community. I will get back to you ASAP. Thank you, appreciate it. Now, so I have copied and pasted all these criteria. So your target customer criteria when you score a 5, when there is an existing economic buyer for this scenario that is full of authority to make the purchase. They are currently making investments to achieve similar types of benefits, and they are well-funded when you score a 3, when you score a 1. Regarding the criteria of problem awareness, regarding the criteria of problem solution fit, meaning that the technology that we are researching fits with a problem, because problems are kind of these applications, right? So I'm asking him to score all of this with this super big prompt that you have in your prompting guide. And then he goes, scoring the segments, luxury real estate developers, residential property management companies, real estate brokerage firms, architectural, and he's going to score all of this. But I wouldn't stop here. I would tell him, okay, let me know the reasoning behind, or meaning why did you pick these 3 segments, and what is the reasoning behind the scoring? And then he's going to give me the reasoning behind the scoring, because if you have to tell someone what is your reasoning after this, you want to have this kind of information, right? So what is cool is that first things I don't like, right? I don't like that he is scoring too high everything. If you're scoring too high everything, that means everything is an opportunity. So there should be, when we score manually by our own as consultants, you see the very big differences between segments and applications. I didn't get an answer here. I don't like that. What I like that he came up with the same priority of segment and opportunity that we came up, because this is a real project that we did for one client, and he came up with the same opportunity that we came up in terms of the first priority target, which is real estate luxury condos, right? So